Hey everybody, it's your girl Bondi Blue and I am back for, unfortunately, another Basketball Wives. So, Shawnee O'Neal announced that she's the boss and the show is coming back for a 9th season. And I'm letting you guys know now. Don't ask me. I'm not reviewing it. I am in protest of Shawnee O'Neal because I feel like she's a trash person, okay? As well as an executive producer. It'd be fine if she wasn't actually on the show. But to see the way she is trying to push a narrative about somebody, I can't take that type of hypocrisy. I can't take that type of foolishness, okay? So yes, no. I'm not doing Basketball Wives after this season is over. And because they're only giving us one part reunion because they decided they wanted to play with OG about where she would get seated, because now all of a sudden, after bottles being thrown, tables being thrown at Jen, okay, all of this stuff, y'all forced Jen to come to that reunion last year, right? But now everybody's scared because y'all didn't match y'all match. Y'all have met someone who is not going to back down and has the capability to whip up on that. All right. So yes, I have an issue and a problem with the way things went down, but I'm gonna do that one part reunion because I think it's comical that instead of having a 2-part like y'all would normally have, you've decided to play your hand. Okay. And you lost. You lost because you lost TV time. I saw Jackie got up and walked off because she doesn't want to sit there and argue with Phoebe's dumb behind. I can't curse. It's the first 4 minutes. Okay. Just letting you know. All right. But let's get into the episode. I just wanted to put out that public service announcement. So Kristen is losing her mind, crying, oh my God, because it's her fault, and she won't admit it, and blah, 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 blah. Kristen has been singing the same song the entire time, sis. We know you're trying to use Byron and Cece as a storyline. We know that you're trying to use the bitter children's story as your own. Thomas and his sister are upset because Byron left their mom. Deal with it. Get over it, okay? I've said this time and time again. I don't know where Shawnee got this from. We've said that she's keeping Byron from you guys. That's not what happened at all. Byron said what he was going to do. Byron is not about to be told what to do. Like, I can just already tell. Looking at Byron, he's not that type of man. So the fact that the blame is always on the women in a group of women who complain about their men is mind-boggling to me. OG, CC, and Jackie have gone back to their room, and you can hear OG screaming from where the fraudulents are. That's what I'm calling them this episode, okay? Everybody that's not CC, Jackie, and OG are the fraudulents, okay? I'm not about to go through the names. They're the frauds, okay? So therefore, the fraudulents, all right? They can hear OG screaming that Evelyn better catch her footing, bit, okay? You better catch your footing with your dirty, she was going off, okay? Saying that she is a trained fighter and she will whip your asses, okay? Because everybody want to be all hood and ghetto and what they gonna do and jumping over tables and running after people with bamboo sticks until somebody that can really fight comes to the party, and now all of a sudden you tough girls are scared. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. Really? How convenient you're now scared. After all the years of throwing things that could have killed someone, Shawnee, you could have got a concussion because your friend threw a bottle at somebody and it went past your head. You didn't even sit her down for a conversation on camera about how she needed to stop. But yet, OG is violence because she's saying she's going to kill someone. So am I the only one that has heard and said, I will kill you in jest? You're saying it, but that doesn't really mean you're going to kill somebody. And when I say I'm going to break your jaw, that's what I really mean. But I'm not going to actually kill anybody. Like, nobody's actually out here announcing it on national television and then having every plan whatsoever to carry out the killing. Like, please stop. Please stop acting like she's not just, it's semantics. Y'all know what she's saying. I'm going to whoop your ass. That's what she's saying. Shawnee puts all of the blame on OG. It turned aggressive because of OG. It would have never happened like that if it weren't for OG. They would have actually had a chance to talk and reconciliate if it hadn't been for OG. No blame whatsoever for Evelyn running her down. with a bamboo stick in her hand, planning on hitting her with it. And then OG, see, yeah, y'all, my last review, I gotta, retract. My last review, I was going off of what they showed on the episode, not the video that had been circulating from OMG Reality, I think. Okay, OG put it on her page, and I had seen it, but I had seen so many different versions of that clip, but it was so saturated, I was like, I don't care anymore that day, okay? But somebody emailed it to me. Shout out to the lady that emailed it to me. And I actually saw what happened. And what actually happened was Evelyn is running after Cece. She grabs Cece with that bamboo stick in her hand, and it was like a big leaf. And then here comes OG, like the football player that she is, grabbing Evelyn's arm and swinging her. And she lost her footing and fell into the bushes. But you got swung and therefore landed in the bushes. So I'm just kind of looking at this situation like, so because OG was faster than security, she's the aggressor. She's the problem. If she was the problem, she would have beat Evelyn's ass while she was in the bushes with her glasses askew. Okay, so I'm looking at Shawnee like, really, Shawnee, you and your nostrils are really working on my nerves. Really, Shawnee, I lost all respect, sis. And it doesn't matter how much you try to ignore us. We know you see us, bitch. We know you see us because you then want to post shit like, oh, I'm the boss. Bitch, be the boss. Be a boss. But guess what? As far as Basketball Wives is concerned, thank you for your services. The fraudulent go dancing. They discuss kicking OG off the island, so to speak. Shawnee wants to have a lunch and she doesn't want to invite OG because she feels like Cece and Kristen will be able to talk if OG isn't there. Even though Evelyn has taken on Kristen's beef as her own. And somehow it's all OG's fault that there are people getting in between the drama. Oh God, OG, Cece, and Jackie go to dinner. Cece doesn't want to see the fraudulent for the rest of the trip, okay? She doesn't have time. I'm tired of being upset. Y'all, when I got up this morning to go and watch this foolishness, because yesterday was my husband's birthday, so I wasn't about to waste my time being upset about anything going on VH1. I woke up and my nerves was automatically bad because I knew I had to sit down and watch Shawnee be a complete and utter asshole. I had to watch Evelyn be a bird and think that she's better than people for some reason. Like, you're a bird. Like, are you serious? What have you done in your life besides get pregnant by ballers that makes you somehow feel that you've done something spectacular with your life? What have you done? Let me know. And I just want y'all to know that these reality shows come a dime a dozen. Okay, yes, yay, my last video got 40,000 views, but I think that's because of me. But that's fine, you know what I'm saying? I don't need this. I don't need this. Jackie feels stuck in the middle. Jackie, you're not in the middle. Pick a side, okay? Pick a side. I was not happy with the fact that Jackie felt the need to coddle and try to make Kristen feel better about herself as she's crying. I want you to calm down. Jackie, it's all fake. She doesn't need to calm down because she's not actually upset. It's all fake, okay? Let her friends who care so much, let Evelyn and Shawnee stroke her ego as if they really care. But let's be clear. We can tell that Evelyn and Shawnee are using Kristen as a puppet, basically, okay? Get out here. Start drama. Put your own family life on blast. Malaysia, you as well. Y'all are being used. CCOG, them old hoes is using y'all to keep this show relevant because in all actuality, nobody cares about what's going on with them. Yeah, Shawnee, I'm interested in your businesses, but I can just about guess that if people were actually interested in you, they'd be watching Shawnee's Full Court Life. And Evelyn, if they were actually interested in you all by yourself, then your show on OWN wouldn't have been canceled. Correct? Okay, then. All right, like, I see y'all. And this is when in my notes I've started to refer to Evelyn as evil. Okay, so Evil talked to Chad. So you mean to tell me you reached out to the ex that headbutted you, that you have all of this, domestic violence and all of this, drama? Like, I'm not pressing nobody that's actually been through this. But the more we deal with this situation with Chad and Evelyn, Evil, the more we realize that Tammy probably was right about her assessment of their situation, which was she would have never have left him had the neighbors not called the police and it went public. And then you went on the tour to bash him and make him look bad. I was, in a domestic violence dispute. Like, you drug that shit out so that you could use it to bring fame to yourself because you're a clout chaser. You're just a clout chaser from back in the day before that's what we were calling it. But you contacted him, your abuser. Okay? Because remember, she said she didn't want OG on the cast at the reunion because she was going to use her abuser against her. But you contacted said abuser so that you can get edited DMs from him. And here's my thing, Evil. Why would you want to trust somebody whose whole problem during your relationship was him cheating on you? So you're going to go to him, a non-credible witness, about him fooling around with another girl when y'all were together. Now, look, I could be wrong, but from what I recall, when he headbutted you, it's because you found condoms, okay, in the receipt for condoms or something like that in the back of a car that y'all were in. And y'all had gotten home and y'all were arguing about it. And I can pretty much guess you got all in his face and did that tough girl shit that you like to do. And he headbutted your ass, okay? It's not cool. It's not okay. I always say he's a man. He's stronger. But at the same time, we always know when a woman probably has pushed herself physically onto a man in a way that would be perceived as some type of assault, okay? You know you didn't slap him, put your hands on him, something by the time we got to the head, but at least in her situation. I'm not blaming her for it. He's wrong. But we not about to act like, oh, he was just beating the shit out you in a car and you didn't do nothing. I'm not going with that narrative. Sorry. Every situation is different. These DMs make Chad look like he wasn't answering OG and she was being thirsty. Yet, when all of this sparked, when they originally started talking about Chad, it was Chad who had retweeted OG, not the other way around. Evil plans to post it because they've drawn the correlation that in 2013, where these DMs have come from, she was with Kwame. So we're going to put it out there to ruin her relationship. And I think it's hilarious how the other women were like, hold up, we're not doing that, are we? Like, y'all were actually sitting there like y'all didn't think it was cool, but y'all are going to go along with it. Like, I'm honestly looking at Phoebe, Malaysia, and Kristen like y'all are puppets. Y'all are little puppets. Y'all are just going to follow behind whatever Shawnee and Evelyn decide y'all are going to do. And that is really sad to me. That as grown women, you're sitting there like the peanut gallery. Like y'all look stupid. Y'all look dumb. Especially you, Malaysia. You've been popping people in the face since you got here. And ever since Brandy left the show, which, I ain't like her, so oh well. But she told the truth about Shawnee being a bitch. And then she was relieved of her services. So in order to keep your job, you stop bringing her on the show and have decided to become a puppet? We're disappointed in you, Malaysia. Just saying. And you also don't show us anything else you have going on, so you can go. However, I think it is hilarious that they're trying to paint OG as a homewrecker for having online and text message conversations with Chad. Yet you slept with Kenny Anderson, slept with him when Tammy was married to him, and tried to act like, remember, she was a non-motherfucking factor bitch, and that was all good and cool and all of that. Do you remember that? Because that was you. That was you who did that, okay? So you've been a thought, all right? Like, it's the pot calling the kettle and the kettle calling the pot. Shawnee and Jackie meet up. Shawnee tells Jackie that OG is a liability, and she wants to make sure that everyone is safe. Shawnee makes excuses for her friends, make excuses for Evelyn, and the fact that Malaysia is now your friend because she's a puppet is hilarious to me, because before you felt like she had no substance, yet there's something so deep and profound about you because you've pushed 5 kids out of your cooch, I guess. Shawnee wants Jackie to tell OG she's not invited to the lunch. And I feel like, so you setting Jackie up for the kill. Y'all been acting like y'all wasn't cool with Jackie for real this entire time. And now you gonna set Jackie up, put her in that mix? No, Shawnee, why don't you be the boss that you are and tell her that she's not invited to the lunch? But no, you're gonna send somebody else on that mission. Okay. Kristen talks to Thomas on the phone. She's done with Cece. Well, girl, Cece been done with you. That's why she didn't want to have a conversation with you. And you cried and chased her around the cabana and then had Evelyn sitting there on the sidelines waiting to sneak her with a bamboo stick. Child, you and Thomas need to grow up. What does Byron need to apologize for? Let me know, because I'm missing it. Y'all keep talking about all this flaw stuff that they've done. Please tell me what it is. I'd like to know. Cause that whole story about, oh, you haven't even come to see my child. Girl, give us a whole break on that. Because if you wanted your child to see the granddad, you'd have brought the child over there. I need y'all to watch the baby. Here you go. Like, get out of here with that. OG and Cece go to the hot springs to try to enjoy what is left of this trip. And I do love that curly wig on OG. Jackie joins them after talking to Shawnee. And, you know, it's explained that OG is aggressive. And Cece says that Evelyn is the one that tried to hit her with the bamboo stick. And Jackie tells them OG isn't invited to the lunch. OG says no one holds evil accountable. And they don't. They don't hold any of them accountable because it's all well and good as long as you're fitting into the confines of what they find attractive. And I cannot. Because I think some people aren't understanding the colorism issue. It's not just about skin complexion. It is also about facial features. You add that with the fact that she comes off aggressive because she's a football player, and then you add that to the fact that she is African, okay? And I'm sorry, I'm saying African instead of saying the country she is from. I think she's from Ghana. I'm not sure, which is why I'm just just giving y'all the consonants because I'm not sure, okay, exactly where OG is from. But either way, respect. You know what I'm saying? I just don't understand why, when everybody has done worse, we're looking at OG like she's the violent one when she hasn't even put her hands on anybody yet. She hasn't even in that situation where Kristen thought she touched her back. Shawnee, that was you. That was you that touched her back. Her hand didn't even touch Kristen's back. It just went up the same way yours did because your reaction was the same as OG's. But somehow you want to get involved and then make everybody think that OG is the crazy person. This is some real, like, I'm sorry, Caucasian people stuff. And that's why it feels the way it does to so many of us. That's why we're so upset. It'd be different if we were arguing about stupid stuff. But this takes it to a level where you feel like the executive producer, a black woman, is pushing a narrative that another black woman is angry and violent, but is not checking the Puerto Rican princess back there, okay? Or, you know, the Puerto Rican granny back there who has thrown bottles, almost hit her own head, okay? Thrown all kinds of stuff, jumped over tables, fought people, actually was a part of the problem with Miami and why that show got canceled. So, really? Okay, Shawnee. So the fraudulent go to a conservatory to see some birds, and of course they're scared. You know, birds pick up on all of you hoes' negative energy. Shawnee is trying to keep OG away because she's too aggressive for this group. Q Evil saying that, oh no, because she has her DM receipts, they're going to go and find OG so that she can tell the receipts about Chad. So is she aggressive? Are you scared or not? Because you seem to be running after her to start drama. Okay. So they pull up outside the hot springs waiting when they come in to get in their car, right? And OG is standing there like, oh, here this go. And Jackie didn't like the way, even though Jackie has been trying to be in the middle, when they did that, I think that really upset Jackie that they showed up like that. Because it just kind of seemed like y'all was coming for a fight, but then y'all gonna act like she the one that's coming after y'all. So Evil pulls out the DMs that she's had blown up to a size 64 font. And OG says, let me get my text messages. Since you want to use DMs that were deleted from Twitter, let me pull up my text messages. Evelyn starts to read hers from 2013. And then OG goes into the car and comes back and says, oh no, because we first started talking in 2011. And she's sliding down. And then they're like, the fact that you kept these text messages from 2011 just says how crazy. Girl, are you serious? You using edited DMs from a man that you claimed abused you. But God forbid somebody don't delete their text messages. Y'all know how many text messages I got in here from like 2 years ago? I don't delete text messages like that. For what? I ain't got nothing to hide. What I'm deleting text messages for? And plus, you never know when you need to run back through the text messages to find something. People give addresses, dates for parties. I don't delete text messages. Unless it's somebody that I know I don't want to talk to. I don't want to see your name in my scroll. I'm not deleting no text messages. And even nowadays, and even since back then, even if you get a new phone, those text messages transfer over to the new phone. So to sit up here and act like, oh, it's only, stalker crazy bitches that keep text messages. I was like, well, I guess I'm a crazy stalker bitch then. Because not like actively trying to delete text messages for what? So when OG starts going through her text messages about how he was trying to get with her, asking her if she was single, and at the time when they first started talking, she was single. She was 26 years old, out here living her life. Well, this was the time period that Evelyn was with Chad, and she asked if he was with somebody, and he says, I'm talking to somebody, but we could be BFFs. OG also states very clearly that she did not ever have sex with Chad. And something tells me it's because she had so much self-esteem, she could tell that if she were to sleep with him, she would be somebody that he was just, going through. All right. Men who just like to add another woman to the conquest. All right. And it seems as if Evelyn, is deflated a tad bit. And then OG goes in for the kill about how Chad wants to marry a black woman. And it doesn't matter how much she gels her edges back, she will never be a black woman. Okay. And this is how all this ties into that interview she did last time when it's brought up how she's always saying nigga this, nigga that. And you're not black, that's not appropriate, you know what I'm saying? But come on now, let's be real, OG. We all know that Evelyn has African in her ancestry. There's no other way that she would look the way she does if it were not that way. You obviously come from a browner, darker set of Puerto Ricans, okay? But the issue is, Evelyn, that you've never considered yourself Afro-Latina. Just because you did your research in the time period between the taping and when this show was going to come out, don't mean you've convinced me of anything. I can definitely recognize that you are now using the Afro-Latina term to make yourself not seem prejudiced, but you are. And let's be very clear. Whenever somebody comes on the show that doesn't make as much money as Shawnee, she all of a sudden thinks that that person is beneath her. Especially black women. Look how she did it to Tammy. She attempted to do it to Jackie. It's always Evelyn trying to make herself seem better and more righteous than somebody else, when really, sis, you're the bottom of the barrel who just so happens to have a good friend like Shawnee to put you on a reality show and exploit your ignorance. Congratulations. You've done great for yourself. However, my favorite part is when OG pulls up her bathing suit coverall and says, yeah, bitch, it's genetics. It's genetics. And started whining and shit. I was like, OG, your ass do look nice, sis. I was like, that's a nice ass, sis. I was here for it. Every time I saw that clip, I was like, yes. Because they talk about how Evelyn tries to pretend like she's been working out this whole time, but the abs is fake and the ass is fake and the titties is fake. And, she got this big vein in her forehead, like you E.T. looking ass bitch. Like CC called her, you E.T. Yoda looking ass bitch, you alien looking ass bitch. Like she was running it, okay? Ripping her to the best of her capability. We got to give it to her. She attempted the good old college try. But I'm tired of evil. I'm tired of nostrils. I'm tired of it all because y'all are doing this and I know everybody's so excited they're watching, but I don't like this type of anger that I feel when I'm watching this show. And I feel so angry most of the time when I'm watching the show, and I'm not putting my spirit through this no more. There are other shows that I could be reviewing on Wednesdays. So once the whining started happening and those receipts seemed edited, she walks away. Evelyn walks away. And I love when OG was like, you better walk away. You better walk away. Because usually if somebody who was maybe smaller than Evelyn, if Evelyn thought she could whoop OG's ass, she would have been trying to run towards her full speed, knowing that security would be catching her in the midst of the fall. Okay? Like they did every other time she was jumping over somebody's table. But because you know better, you do better, and you walked away. And then as they're walking, getting in a car to drive away, Shawnee is out there. Jesus loves you, OG, because the Bible told me so. And OG is like, I know Jesus loves me, which is why I always come out on top. Okay? Shawnee, go figure out what's going on with you and Shaq. Because this to me is just, oh my God. I don't care about the Dallas show, because to me it sounds like, from what I read, Tammy came to them with Houston, Basketball Wives Houston, gave them a cast and everything, to which they decided to then go with Dallas so they wouldn't have to give her a producer credit, but they can keep it in Texas. Shawnee, you flaw, you been flaw, and I ain't fucking with you no more, love. That's just, it is what it is. So they go to dinner and they talk like they won the situation. You know, it's like this conversation of like, he wasn't really checking for her, and I don't know what was in her phone, but I got these DMs and all of this, and he wasn't even looking for her, and she's a home wrecker. And then the thing that killed me is, in the same breath of calling her a home wrecker, they say she kept saying she didn't sleep with him. Nobody said you slept with him. So what makes you a home wrecker? Shawnee, explain it to me. Let me know. OG says that she didn't even show all the texts that there are. There are much more texts. And she did release those on Instagram, and I saw them. People sent them to me. I saw them all, everything, okay? And basically, it was him trying to get with her. We all know that Chad is a slut, and Chad even said, I never said that I was innocent. Meaning, he knew what he was doing. Like, you were out here actively trying to get with women while you were with Evelyn. Y'all marriage lasted 5 minutes. So the fact that she says, my ex-husband, like, girl, give it a break, okay? Back in the day, they would have annulled that shit, and it would have been like it never happened. But you know, you love screaming how you finally had somebody marry your ass, even if it was just for 5 minutes, okay? But I saw, and he was sending naked pictures with his face in it and everything. And he was asking for pictures of her. And she seemed like she sent them. But Kwame knows about it all. And I'm guessing at the time where they were speaking in that context, it was before she got with Kwame or before the situation was serious. Kwame didn't spend most of their relationship overseas doing whatever he was doing. So I'm not even about to get into that. But this whole home wrecker situation, as far as Chad and Evelyn is concerned, girl, please. OG was probably the least of your problems. Whoever he bought the condoms for, that's who your real problem was, bitch. Okay, girl, get out of here. So as they're talking, instead of going to the dinner or the lunch that OG wasn't invited to, Jackie said she was just gonna stay back at the house with them. And Malaysia was like, oh, she has drawn a line in the sand. I said, you right, because just like Jackie said, when it all boils down to it, Cece and OG will have her back. Y'all will not. So why would she choose y'all side? Especially Shawnee. Girl. All right, y'all, I'm done. I'm going to come back for that reunion show so we can talk about the stupid shit that's happening on that. But it ain't going to be much, okay? I'll be back for that. I'll see y'all in the next one. These hoes that made me mad. Peace out. Bye.